What's up, y'all? Got a banger from P's World. Let's get straight into it.
Y'all, I swear I ain't being messy, but Trump just passed a law to where if your baby daddy is paying child support, then you as the mother cannot claim those kids on your tax return.
Oh, no.
I'm not really sure how I feel about that.
How about this? Don't have a baby daddy. Shots fired! Have a husband instead. I heard it works. I heard those are great.
This dude's out here paying chump change. But I'm gonna keep my opinion to myself. I want to know what y'all think.
Oh my goodness. Trump just tweeted, if you put your baby father on child support, right? You can't claim income tax.
You can't claim income tax.
He only can.
Only he can.
Did you hear me loud and clear?
Loud and clear.
Ladies, when you put your baby father on child support, you no longer can claim your child. Only the father can.
Is those $80 worth it?
Wow. That's big.
Big.
But I think it's
10 bands of $80.
Because if he taking care of his child and he doing what he's supposed to do, and you still taking him downtown, and you still can claim the kids on your income tax, only one of y'all can claim.
Only one of y'all.
Trump passed a new law that whoever is paying the child.
Chat, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. Do you think this is a great law? Do you think it's not a great law? I think it's a good law for the family courts, mainly because men really get drugged through the mud when it comes to child support and even child custody. So I think this is a good step in a good direction.
Child support will get to declare those children on their taxes, okay? So say you're a single father, single mother, and you are not the one paying the child support. You will not get the tax return for your child. How do you guys feel about that?
As a mother of 4 children,
Yee.
single mom, my kids have 3 different dads.
Yee.
Single mom. I saw Trump's new law, and I agree. If a man is willing to pay child support and they're willing and forced to pay medical support, by them claiming the kids on their taxes, it gives them a break too, okay? I know a lot of people are against this because I personally feel...
Wow. Extremely based take. Wasn't expecting that. But Lord have mercy, multiple kids, multiple baby daddies. Wow.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
Women look forward to tax season because of those tax refunds, right? But at the end of the day, if you're dependent on a tax refund, maybe you should find a better career path, stuff like that. But, I mean, yeah, no.
Bro, if you're dependent upon those income tax, those tax refunds, bro, you got your life twisted up. You think the government's wanting to give you money back? No, they don't want to.
I actually think it's a good idea because what's happening is these men are forced to pay child support, or women are forced to pay child support. And then from there, they have to provide medical as well. But if you do not claim your children on medical, if you qualify for any kind of health support, you have to pay out of pocket for your children regardless. They will not let you add them to your plan unless you claim them on taxes. So I understand why Trump's doing this.
Ladies, listen up good and listen good. To all the men out there, this is some great news and I need you to hear. Donald Trump just tweeted, if you put your baby's father on child support, you cannot claim the child for income tax. Only the father can.
No, I think this is a huge win for men. I really do. I think it's a huge win for men. I think it's great that we're starting to move things in a direction where, you know, we are demonizing women just being single moms because we know what being a single mom does. It creates a lot of degeneracy in this world. So the more we can fight that, the better.
Like, you damn if you do, you damn if you don't. Because a lot of these brothers need to be on child support. Big back, big back. Because they are not financially supporting the kid. You understand what I'm saying? And then it's like, you suffer the consequences for him having to pay child support.
Bro, I'm sorry, but if you have a nose ring and then you can see the bottom of the nose ring sticking out of your nostril, you should probably switch it up or get a different ring in your nose.
When a lot of the times these guys out here are deadbeats. They need to be on child support. But making the father being able to get the credit for the kid at the end.
It's giving broke girl energy.
Ain't nobody
A year for income tax, and one if that's your only kid, one if that's money that you rely on because your income and you've been filing your
Because you're broke?
kid every year. Like,
It's giving broke.
I know that y'all gotta be like thinking like what Trump was thinking when he decided to come up with that kind of a concept. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. Then I hear that he's trying to like stop, people that's on Section 8. I hear that he's,
So she's on Section 8. She's got her baby daddy on child support. It's just giving broke.
a possible stimulus that's going to be coming out. Like, I think it's like $1,400.
Bro, if you're worried about a stimmy and your tax income or your tax return, bro, you got your priorities messed up. Go get a job.
The only thing that I am so happy about, though, like when I do my overtime, I'm excited about, anything over the 40 hours, that'll be tax-free money for us. You know what I mean? So that
you
way,
like that? Okay.
When we doing all of that overtime, we get to see that money. You know what I mean? We don't have to get taxed and they killing us. The more money we make, the more they take. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm kind of happy about that. But some of them...
See, I think the whole child support thing being gone, or men claiming that's great for men. That's a huge W. But there's also a lot of other W's, right? No tax on overtime, no tax on tips. I think it's ridiculous that servers get taxed on tips. You know how hard it is to be a server? Cass was a server for a while back in our early 20s. Bro, that is not an easy job. There's so many Karens and Kens out there that when you serve them, they're just so rude to you. So I think this is great that they're not, taxing overtime or taxing tips. What do you guys think about that? Do you guys agree, disagree? What do you think?
No, Trump is in office, but I just had something to say. So, I feel like the whole thing about the whole child support thing, the woman can't file the child support for their child and stuff like that if the man is paying child support. I completely agree with that. I'm on Trump's side with that because some women...
W, love it. Love seeing women that are based. That's great. That's impeccable. I almost bet you this next one ain't, though. This chick's got the purple hair and the rainbow. Oh yeah, this is the typical archetype here.
Insane new child support law. I don't know if this is true or not, but I just saw this guy talking about how whoever is paying the child support is going to be the one that gets to claim the child on their taxes. So if you're a single mom or a single dad and you're not the one paying this child support, you're not going to get to claim them on your taxes. He said this is a law that Trump is trying to pass. That is insane to me, especially if you're a single parent. What's the point in them even paying child support if they're going to take all the tax refund, especially...
Tell me you're a single mom without telling me you're a single mom.
You're giving a lot of single mom energy, especially with those rainbow glasses.
For the people who have multiple children. I'm a single mom. I get child support.
She's a runner. She's a track star.
You can't make it up! The stories write themselves! I'm a single mom. Well, duh! Tell me something I don't know.
Oh my Lord.
And my son's dad does not even see him at all. It's been 4 years since he's been in his life. He's not been in my son's life since he was 6 months old. My son's almost 5. I'm already barely making it as it is. Literally paycheck to paycheck still, unfortunately.
Stop coloring your hair. Stop buying rainbow colored glasses. Don't get any more piercings on your face. I'm seeing some things just in this shot here. You could have saved some coin.
Hopefully TikTok will change that, though.
Why is it every woman just starts e-begging on TikTok thinking TikTok's their get out of jail free card?
Anybody else heard anything about this? Because that would be the worst thing ever.
How is that the worst thing ever? Dude, and that's why navigating the dating scene can be tough, but so can dealing with the aftermath of an accident. Have you ever been involved in a personal injury case? Over the years as an image consultant, I've worked with many clients recovering from injuries ranging from car accidents to workplace accidents and more. And I was shocked to see how many people lose their personal injury cases. That's why I want to talk about Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. They specialize in a wide variety of personal injury cases, and they've won thousands of big cases. And if you do end up working with them, they're going to fight for the money that you deserve. Just recently, Morgan & Morgan secured verdicts of $12 million in Florida and $26 million in Philly. That's up to 40 times the highest insurance offer. And I'm telling you, your case could be worth millions. If you've been injured in an accident, don't wait. You can visit www.forthepeople.com/Levi, where you can start your free claim today. All right, does somebody want some apple wrapped in chicken jerky? Oh, look at his little face. Free? Sit. Wait. Free. Go to your place. I think this is good though, man. Finally getting some change in the family courts where we don't incentivize women to be single moms. Single moms produce the majority of the degeneracy in this world, so I think it's a good thing that now these women can't claim these kids on their taxes. Like, why should they get that tax credit? I was on the fence about this in a previous video that we did, but now I think I'm full for it. I think I'm full for it, especially because most of the time the men have to pay child support, plus they pay for insurance as well. Chat, let me know, are any of you guys on child support? If so, what's the percentage that you pay, and do you pay health insurance as well? Let's get back into this clip.
Did you guys see what Trump just tweeted? Apparently,
I am a former child support attorney for the state, and man, do I have thoughts about not only this video, but about President Trump's tweet and proposed new law. For those of you that are new here, my name is Courtney Driscoll. I am a former child support attorney for the state of Oklahoma, but now I own my own
I was about to say, I could tell she's from the South. This look right here, the pearl necklace, the blonde hair, the eyebrows, like this is that Southern girl, like out of the box archetype right here.
Law firm, primarily practicing in family law, and I especially love child support cases due to my background and experience prosecuting child support law. So for those of you that don't know, Donald Trump issued a tweet this past weekend that said that one of the laws that he wants to put into place would allow any parent that is currently paying child support to file that child on their own taxes for that calendar year. The way that's typically handled now is we just alternate the years. So for example, let's say I represent mom, she has sole custody, dad's over there, he just has visitation, so he's paying child support. We will alternate so that my client gets to claim the child on their taxes during even years, dad gets to claim them during odd years. Now, some language that I will typically put in the order as well will state that if dad in this scenario is behind on his child support payment, if he doesn't make 12 full payments for that calendar year, he waives his right to get to claim the child on the taxes because he's not current on it.
Yeah, you know what's so funny about this child support topic? A lot of y'all ain't even on y'all kids' birth certificate. Y'all can't even put in for a social security card if the baby mama decides she ain't giving y'all none of the information. And what makes the topic even funnier, a lot of y'all behind in child support.
Sir, you know what's even funnier? A lot of you women are on child support.
Shots fired! What taxes you file? Oh, okay.
Now, I haven't been able to find this, but if you can find this, please let me know. Not a link to somebody else, but the actual...
Maybe you look like somebody's grandma. What you worried about child support for? Every bit of 50.
Tweet. Have y'all seen it? The tweet supposedly says that Trump will be changing a law or doing something that will allow for if a mother puts her something in there. Keep getting
Ladies has been claiming these kids doing tax time.
Is this Eddie Griffin?
Trump's here to put you on notice. Hey, and Trump, I need you to add to this. Before any child support is done, before any birth certificate is done, automatic blood testing of the child, period.
I think we should do this at birth, though. Like, as soon as a child is born, I think that they should automatically do a DNA test. Like, chat, do you agree with that?
At birth, the blood test must be given. Why?
Yeah.
Because 99% of the time on every motherfucking talk show, he is not the father. And then that little bitch runs off in the corner crying them crocodile tears. Meanwhile, the man who's been paying for the kid for 7 goddamn years finding out.
I mean, he's got a point. He's got a point. I loved him in Undercover Brother. I wish he was still doing movies. He's so good. He's so good. And I lied. This isn't from P's World. This is from Dating Right. I'll make sure to tag him in the video. But yeah, I think we should automatically do blood tests, like from the jump. We got to know if these kids are actually yours or not. Let's jump in the Discord. We got some things in here. Dad puts himself on child support.
So
What is this about? Come on now.
Putting yourself on child support to see your kids more often?
Yes, Your Honor. I brought this case to court because I'd like to put myself on child support. My ex has made it difficult lately for me to see my kids.
Okay, when
Her eyes are so close together, bro. She looks like she was the cucumber on VeggieTales.
say she's been making it difficult lately, what types of things has she been doing?
She's been rescheduling when I come to pick them up. She's just generally made it tough for me to see my kids.
My ex-boyfriend has a new girlfriend and I do not like her.
So you're mad?
Wow. These women are so vindictive. This is crazy.
Because he doesn't want to be with you and moved on?
No, I'm mad because he has only been dating this woman for 3 months. Now suddenly they're engaged. I think she's a terrible person and I don't want my children to be around her.
So you've met her one time?
Yes, ma'am.
And based on that one time of meeting her, you believe she's a bad influence on your children?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that today. You're going to allow him to see his children. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand that you're going to be paying child support, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
So your child support obligation is $762.
Wow, good for him. Nice little W there. Good clip. What a man. Stepped up to do the right thing. I think if you are, if you are a man, you have some kids, you need to be paying for these kids, man. Don't be a deadbeat.
What's your age? 34. And are you
Me and Myron are the same age? I didn't even know that.
single? Well, I have a relationship. I have a girlfriend, but, it's open on my end.
Yeah, I don't agree with that at all.
How does a man get a woman to commit to him while he's still pursuing other women? It's not easy. Number one, you got to be on point. You got to have your money on point. You got to have your frame on point. You obviously have to be honest up front. I was up front with my girl. I told her, look, I'm not going to be monogamous. I don't believe in monogamy. I think it's a lie. It's a scam. And I was just very honest up front. And obviously I take care of her as well. I think that's very important. You have your masculine burden and performance, and you have to be that guy where you're that dude. You know what I mean? You got to take care of her and fulfill her in all different types of ways.
3 main points here. 1, this is not what most men are trying to achieve, okay? 1 girlfriend is enough of a headache. 2, why does this guy look super familiar? 3, actually, I'm going to tag on a 4th point as well, but going back to 3, this is actually contributing to the issues with dating right now. Because look, if that guy is dating 5 women, that is 4 additional women that are not in the dating market because they're taken up, which makes it just harder on you guys. And then my 4th point, this is a very important point. Okay, let's be real here. He is paying for what he has in that girlfriend. Good men, which is most men, they want something real with a woman. And they just want to be loved for who they are as people, not for what they can provide. They don't want-
See, that's the whole point. I love this chick, Emily King. She's great. It's the whole point of, you want a woman to fall in love with who you are, not what you are. My whole thing of this Myron thing, different strokes for different folks. Do what floats your boat, bro. If you like to have multiple girls and buck multiple girls, cool. I've gotten the most out of monogamy. I used to be very promiscuous in my past. I wouldn't be locked down with a girl. I wasn't monogamous. I'd date multiple chicks at the same time. Number 1, it's exhausting. Number 2, it's expensive. And number 3, the more you're with random women and the more you're with a bunch of women, the more you're alone. Jordan Peterson talks about this. He's like, the more promiscuous you are, the common denominator in all your promiscuity is just you. So are you really building a bond with someone, or are you just doing it to gas up your own ego and make yourself feel better about yourself? Most of the time, I don't know if this is Myron's case, I feel like most of the time men want to be promiscuous is because they have a low self-esteem, and so they want to go out there and attract multiple women so they can get them obsessed with them and make them gas them up. That's what I did. I had a low self-esteem. I thought I was the man, but I seeked a lot of outside validation from women to make me feel good about myself. And I feel like that's maybe what Myron's doing. I don't know if he was, a Casanova when he was younger. He doesn't give me the vibe that he was. That's why I see a lot of these content creators. I see a lot of these guys that they really weren't players when they were younger, but now that they have clout and money, they can be players. But the problem is a lot of the women that they're playing are just looking for their money. And so therefore these women are getting the resources out of them and these men aren't getting the commitment out of them. So it's like a lose-lose really. Like the chick is, I guess, winning more, but at the end of the day, she's just getting more trauma and more baggage from this guy who's not going to take her serious. And then this guy's spending all of his hard-earned resources on a woman that doesn't even want him. So I don't know. Do you guys agree with that though? Like, I'm a big proponent in monogamy. Monogamy's my thing. I think that, you know, we're better together and together we're better. And I think the meaning of life is to find the right people for you and build meaningful relationships and get deep with those relationships. Because the more you're just with random people, the more you're alone. You know, and it's like, as shallow as it is, I just don't think it really brings to light who you are as a true person and building like a really deep connection with someone, whether that's a friend or, you know, a girlfriend or something like that. It's tough these days to navigate it, but I think, at least for me, I got a lot more meaning out of being with Cass, getting to know her on a really deep emotional level, and then building a bond with her that's like unbreakable. Now we can kind of like read each other's minds. I wouldn't get as much out of having a bunch of women that barely know me and they just adore me for my accolades or my money or my looks or whatever it may be, even though I highly doubt a woman would adore me for my looks because I think I'm average at best. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think though? Do you think that you would get more out of monogamy, or do you think that you would get more out of being promiscuous and maybe having a girlfriend and being in an open relationship? To me, I think polyamory never works. I think open relationships never work. They always crash and fall. They crash and burn. They're not good because women always typically want more commitment out of men, and if a man's always pushing back, then this woman's always going to be upset, and it's going to put her back in the market with more trauma. I just think it kind of perpetuates the problem with modern dating, and it's surprising that Myron does that. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I hope you guys had a good time. Loki, did you have a good time? He's so tired today. But I hope you guys had a good time. I will see you guys tomorrow, man. Peace.